If you would like to get your song reviewed, dear listener, there's the Filthy Capitalist option. As Sori says, $125 gets you straight to the head of the line. You don't have to be a part of Alliance. You don't have to be part of the group.
Wait a minute.
And the biggest thing is you don't have to wait. You hop, skip, and jump right in front of everybody. $125 gets you there. You do that 3 times, and then get mashed down to the $75 rate for perpetuity.
Yes!
Also, there is a band review option. So if you've got a band and you're trying to get your band some exposure, hit me up at vinsori@gmail.com, and I'll show you the details about how to pull that off.
You can also jump on Patreon, and there is a option on the tiers to be able to get your band reviewed. Yep. Obviously, we can't lie to you, so we can't guarantee a positive review. Get what you get.
It's just rubbish.
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 That's British for garbage.
My favorite is a community option. $1 at the gate gets you in at Patreon. You get to join an alliance. The alliance joins their points together, and that helps determine what songs that we do.
The alliances hang out on Discord.
Message me on Patreon to get the link.
And they do all kinds of other cool things. They do Minecraft, Dungeons and Dragons.
Yeah. It's really a community within the community. Anybody can go on the village, facebook.com/Vin and Sori. There's 160,000+ people on the channel. What's cool about the Discord is that it offers a real opportunity for community connection, friendship, that type of thing.
And it's on Discord, so if you're not a Facebook person, it's for you.
You start off at $1.
Right.
Plus you get exclusives. Sori and I are working on a song. So the first 15 seconds of that was on Patreon. Also, at $15 tier and above, when we actually debut the video, they're going to be there live with us. There you are, dear listener.
Ex Deo Imperator. Comments, play it. Waiting for comments. We'll send if I get them. That's got to be middle. It's got to be middle, right?
This is
Geist of Razgris. I love the term Geist, man. Shout out to Geist of Razgris. I love that name. This band is Ex Deo, and the name of the song is
in the comment section, say who you are, because if you want to. I'm pretty sure you're somebody else that doesn't go by that name in this comment section.
Okay. It's me! It's Riv.
I didn't know it was you.
Imperator! Let's do it! Everybody's like, it's River. Everybody knew it was River. Except for you. Whoa. The 13 years of Nero. Let's do it, baby. Woo. Nero is a beast of revelation, dear listener. Yeah!
No!
Patriarchy, baby! Patriarchy! Yeah!
I was going to say that's why he put me in this little chair.
Whoa.
I actually have... Yeah. There it is.
There it is.
That's what we thought.
Let's sing.
Sing.
This right here is a song
Very
I
interesting.
wish I would have written.
Well, it's funny because I was thinking this sounds like something you would write.
This, okay.
Like the pause parts.
Okay. Any way you want, the album is a historic metal look at the reign of Nero. OMG.
Okay.
We're probably going to review this song during a Bible boogie.
I was gonna say, I bet you anything.
This song, we got to put this to the side. This will be the first ever. Shout out to all the Bible boogiers. We got like a super secret group. This is probably going to be the first ever time that we start a Bible boogie with a song.
Mm-hmm. It will be the first time.
It's like, usually do a little worship song, then get into the Bible. Hail Nero!
God of war, tyrant!
Listen, I'm not going to say what band it was because people are going to freak out. But I saw a band and dude was doing this thing and like goose stepping on the stage. And I remember this was in 2001. So you could pretty much do anything you want at a metal show. It was completely fine. There were no people going, ah! And dude saw me at the front of the stage and went right up to me afterwards, gave me a hug, all that shit. Gave me a pic, everything. He didn't have a Nazi bone in his body. It's just they were singing about this type of thing, and that's kind of the imagery. And when they say hail, and I think isn't the Riv, help me out with this. Isn't the Nazi thing an inversion of the Roman thing? Wouldn't they used to do this or something like that? I don't know.
Oh yeah, you always see them do the.
Yes, I don't know if it's whatever. That. But it was just I don't have a problem with any of that stuff because it actually happened in history. Obviously, you don't want to celebrate and things of that nature, but at the same time, we have to recognize that there are people that still believe in that shit. But
it's called the Roman salute, but it was a thing done by IRS.
Mussolini's folks.
No,
okay.
Was that 2 hours?
Right. So it's that's interesting. Yeah. So it looks like they were trying to pattern themselves after Caesar. Nero is a really interesting character, and there's an etymological link between Chancellor to Kaiser back to Caesar too. The titles go back to that word. I think in the Greek it's Kaiser Kyrios, which is Caesar is Lord, which the Christians flipped and turned it into Iesus Kyrios, Jesus is Lord. So definitely there's an etymological Iesus, Jesus.
Iesus, what?
Iesus.
Iesus.
So yeah, that okay. I asked Same for Czar. Okay, that makes sense. Czar, Caesar. Okay. Okay. Where are you going to find such educated individuals, dear listener? What other reaction channel will you go to? Go ahead, name them. We'll wait.
Learn from Vin, learn with Sori.
No, that was River and Nick. Okay, so I'm like looking at these lyrics, man. I mean, he literally came out. He literally came out and called him
The Antichrist.
the Antichrist.
Yeah.
Okay, so here we go. Me gusta que vi says.
There's this concept that the Antichrist is not just one singular figure, but there is one like official the Antichrist, but that there have been Antichrists throughout every generation. Every group of people has to deal with their own Antichrist, and then they have to decide whether or not they're going to be this person or they're going to go along with it. So some people look at Nero as like the main Antichrist.
I look at Nero when the Bible talks about the term Antichrist. First of all, the book of Revelation never says the term Antichrist.
Mm-hmm.
John, the term Antichrist is found in the Johannine Corpus, or all the books of John, right? But Revelation never uses the term Antichrist. It uses the term beast. Right. Now, what's interesting is Tacitus and Pliny the Younger, both of whom were friends of Christians, called Nero literally a beast. The same term used in Revelation. You know the mark of the beast, 666? I believe, I think it's true, that the beast in Revelation is actually Nero Caesar. And if the Israelites and the Second Temple Judaism, they had this sort of ideology called gematria, where numbers represented letters. Okay? And so when you take the term Neron Kaiser, or whatever the actual Greek term is for the proper name of Nero, it actually equals 666. There's another spelling of Nero that equals a number 616. What's interesting is, if you look at your Bible in Revelation 13, when it says this is the number of a man and the number of the beast, its number is 606, 3 you'll see that there'll be a little number right after that. And if you go down, it'll say or 616. So the majority text say 666, and then you have some Latin manuscripts or whatever that have the term 616. Mm-hmm. What's interesting is when you translate Nero Caesar into Latin, his number equals 616.
Holy shit.
When you look at it in Greek, and you transliterate it to, whatever, Aramaic, it turns out to be 666. So in both cases, Nero Caesar, oh, my boy Perkunos.
Hey!
Yes! I knew it! I knew it! ¿Por qué no las por favor? Párate, por favor. So, obviously, John, or at least early Christians, believed that clearly we're talking about Nero Caesar. The book of Revelation starts this way. The revelation of Jesus Christ, which God gave to him to show his servants the things which must soon take place. Now, even if you take a late date of Revelation, which is the 90 AD date, which is the majority view, I don't take that view. As a matter of fact, I think a good argument can be made that since none of the New Testament documents ever mention the destruction of the temple, which was literally the center of worship for Judaism and the main testimony against the gospel of Christ, because you're saying that Christ is the lamb and the priest and the cross is the altar, and so because of that it is finished and we don't need the sacrificial system anymore. And the Jews are saying, what are you talking about? There's literally a temple down on Main Street. There's literally a priest. There's Levi right there. And he's literally sacrificing a lamb. What the fuck are you talking about? There's been lots of people crucified by Romans. Mm-hmm. And the Christian response was, yeah, but none of them came back. Yeah. And our guy prophesied that within a generation, 40 years, all this is going to be destroyed. Yep. And so you can see this in Justin Martyr when he's arguing with Trypho the Jew. And he says, and he brings up the destruction of the temple. And he says, what happened to the temple, bro? Where are your sacrifices? And of course, Trifo has nothing to say, but Justin wrote on. But like,
I mean, Jesus also said that he was going to destroy the temple, and in 3 days it would be rebuilt. And they thought, oh, that's a literal temple. Like, you can't rebuild this temple. What are you, crazy? And literally, he said not one stone was going to be left on another. And when 70 AD happened, and that city got overtaken, because the fires that took place in there, the gold melted into between the stones. So they literally broke every stone apart to be able to get out the gold. And then you have the 3 days. After 3 days, he would build the temple again. And you have Jesus, who was crucified, and 3 days later rose from the dead, meaning he is the temple. Like, he is the ultimate way toward God. So,
yeah, First Clement is similar in that regard. Also speaks that the temple was still standing, which is why I take the early date in that document as well. Yeah, I think there's a lot of things happening in scholarship right now, but I think there's going to be somebody in the next generation that's really going to try to force the issue. Especially if you look at the book of Hebrews, Perkinos, you know that the book of Hebrews is written to keep Christians in Jerusalem Christian and have them not fall back into Judaism and not fall back into going back to the temple and the sacrificial system and things like that. I think it's going to be pretty clear that a lot of these documents have to be pre-70. But the point of the matter is, Caesar Nero is a bad guy. He's literally called a beast by his own people. So the term that John uses of this beast, like in code, is literally how Pliny and Tacitus and other people described Nero. They described him as a beast. Now, he talked about the blood of his mother. Nero wanted his mother killed. I think her name was Agrippina. Perkinos, check that. I think her name was Agrippina. I'm not sure. But
I don't know where you're going, because he says my mother's blood forever entangled.
So what happened was,
I just feel like it's going to be horrible. I mean, it's friggin' Nero.
He sent his mother on a trip, and then he told the guys in the ship, cut out, like, basically hollow out the middle of the ship. And so when you're in the deepest part of the water, you know, bombs away and she drowns. So he wanted to kill his mother. That's how he wanted to kill her. He wanted to say there was like a disaster at sea. We basically cut the shit out in the middle, and then she doesn't know, and then was there, you know, bombs away, and then she falls out through the middle.
Wouldn't the water come in?
Well, yeah, but he didn't care about them. You see what I'm saying? If Nero says you do it, you're going to do it. Well, what ended up happening was she swam and made it to shore.
Well, maybe they did it on purpose.
So Nero said, okay, just kill her. So they killed her, and then he said, my mother wanted to kill me, and I found out she committed suicide. So when it says right there, Perkinos is going to help me with this, but it says right there when it talks about the blood of his mother entangled, he had his own mother executed. He would castrate dudes. I'm not going to talk about that, to be honest with you. I mean, look at it. It was too much.
Was castrating anything to do with his mother?
No, the castrating had to do with his crazy sexual whatever. I mean, the guy was like disgusting.
Okay. When he said, I wasn't sure if, now you said he killed his mother, but he's forever entangled with her blood because her blood is in his veins. You know what I mean? Like, part of her is in his veins. So like that, maybe like that, you're never separated from it. And, you know, I don't know. He didn't seem like somebody who felt much guilt, though. Anyway, go ahead.
Yeah. No. Yeah, his mother was actually like his greatest cheerleader and actually aided in bringing him to power. And so
why
like,
did he have her killed? What was his problem?
Well, I mean, I think anytime you're in those positions, you're going to be paranoid. You know, like it's a real thing. You're talking about the cartels. I mean, these people's own family will kill them to take the power. So it's just like Herod. Herod was always paranoid.
It's going to be a really, well, no, never mind. I was going to say, you have to be a really bad person to be worried that your mom's going to kill you. And then like, wait a minute. No, that's crazy moms. Yeah, what am I talking about?
What are you talking about? Was Athaliah was out there? I mean, you know, if you look at these situations individually, you can be like, I can understand that. But when you put them all together,
yeah.
It's like you're castrating dudes. Nero would literally, it was said, I think it was, who was this, Pliny or Tacitus, would said he would literally dress up like an animal and bite people in the streets.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Like, the dude was just crazy. Like, mental illness, demonic possession, whatever you want to call it. He was a bad dude. The Christians, I don't know if you've read any of Dr. Gary's work on Nero, Perkinos, but I don't know if you're familiar with the Nero Redivivus myth, but definitely Christians were terrified about that. But common Romans were also terrified of the Nero Redivivus myth. So the
That
idea
he
was
would never die.
Nero killed himself, right? There was this myth that Nero had come back to life. And there were groups of people that were so terrorized by Nero that they were so traumatized that they actually started to believe it. So if you look at the beast, he suffers his fatal wound and dies, and then he comes back to life. And then it says the whole world marveled after the beast and said, who can make war with him and blah 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 blah, right? And so Revelation, it appears, is picking up on this Nero Redivivus myth is what it's called, but that because I don't understand why they don't just say resurrection. Because if you're saying he's the Antichrist, just say it's a resurrection, but they call it redivivus, revivification or whatever. It's like these theologians, like, I don't know. But
so wait, what do you think that is? Do you think that that's when there was obviously a spirit that was possessing him or guiding
100%.
him or whatever? So Nero's going to live and die, and his life is but a vapor, and he's gone. But that spirit continues, like that God.
But the Redivivus myth, though, wasn't the spirit of Nero. It was him.
It was Nero.
It was his body. Like, that was the idea. That he was still going to be walking around because people were so traumatized by it. Not Gary DeMar. Gary DeMar's other guy. I forgot the guy's name. But I'll send you the book. The name of the book is Before Jerusalem Fell. It was his doctoral dissertation on the dating of Revelation. Nero was a really, really bad guy. Some people...
Last thing, if you want the Discord link, you got to join Patreon to get that. There's $1 tier. You can just jump on that one if you want.
Yeah, and so I love the song. Nero was absolutely a tyrant. He's a horrible person. The degree to which he was a tyrant and the degree to which he was horrible and the degree to which he was not liked is kind of debatable, although I'm not sure. Me and Perk will have to compare notes. But I highly recommend you listen to the rest of it. Yeah, dude, like I'm really, 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 really interested in this record, man, because the way that he did it in this song, like felt like you were in ancient Rome and you're about to jump on a chariot and shit and do some. What an incredible song and what a crazy way to teach history.
Oh my god! Yeah,
just you look at these lyrics and now you have to like validate, like what's going on? What are we talking about? What are you talking about? The blood of your mother? What's going on here?
Yeah.
And it's like, Lost Tate, send me an email, villagesori@gmail.com. Like
I just told him to message me on Patreon. I can give him the link there.
Okay, if you guys on Patreon, the person talking to you on Patreon is Sori. If you email villagesori@gmail.com, the person talking to you is me, which is why most of the time when I say that, I never get emails. I'm like, I don't fucking want to talk to me either. I don't want to talk to me either.
What?
I talk too much on the show. Yeah, I love the song. Incredible song.
Oh my god, yeah, I love this one too.
We're definitely going to play this in the Bible Boogie for sure.
100%.
It's an unbelievable song. God, I don't want to give out. I've been giving out. Grade
9.9. This is a 9.9 for me. I thought it was really good.
This is a 10 for me. I just thought that, first of all, I'm surprised that more people haven't taken on Nero. I emailed you once, never got a response. I text you all the time, you weirdo. Yeah, go ahead. Rate the song first.
I already did. I gave it a 9.9.
It's a 10. It's a 10 for me. I loved it. I'm surprised that there are not more songs about Nero in metal. Yeah. Because he was just really fucking metal, man.
I really felt like this song was strange in a cool way because I went from feeling like empowered, like I was Nero, to feeling like wow, Nero's crazy. This is not good. You know what I mean? Like when he was like, pull the lyrics up. You know, like when it was like, we were like, whoa, who were saying it? Like the lines.
Oh yeah, hail, yeah, tyrant, yeah.
You know what I mean? Like I just felt like I felt like I was like right there for some of it. I liked it, and I liked When music
Yeah, Nero
journeys
Forte
you,
from Slipknot. Yeah.
yeah, when music you go on a journey with music and you kind of slip out of the room that you're in, it's a cool experience. So this is a 9.9 for me. You giving it a 10?
Oh yeah, man. Yeah, I this topic particularly is something I've been like it's been in the back of my mind for like probably the last decade, 10 years, literally 10 years. I read Before Jerusalem Fell around 10 years ago,
Okay.
coming up in August. And so, huh?
Your memory is like
Well, that one was a very special book to me. And so I got it for myself for Christmas, and then Amazon screwed it up and blah. It says it's big kerfuffle. So, August kind of stood out in my head. You see what I'm saying? This guy's killing me. Before what?
Oh, Before Jerusalem Fell?
Yeah, Kenneth Gentry. Kenneth Gentry is his name. Perk.
But you got it for yourself for Christmas and it didn't come for
It didn't come till
all
August.
the way till
Yeah,
August?
you know how my life is, bro.
Jeez.
You know how it go. You know how it go. Okay. It's a 10. We're coming back, guys. Commercial break. We shall return. I thought it was going to be cool. I'm like, oh, I would do a song about Nero. There's no way you can do a song better than the song about Nero, bro. There's no way. It can't be done. Commercial break. Be right back.